Breaking news as Obaseki give us a pointer to the trace of the money allocated to Benin Royal Museum construction. Watch this video, we'll come back and talk more.
To promote tourism, and we'll be prioritizing the development of our culture district, which adjoins these premises. To this end, we have made provisions for 2 billion naira to support the construction of the Benin Royal Museum, in addition to
where you promised to support the royal palace to build the museum. Why did you not fulfill that promise?
Well, I did. The promise was still outstanding till I left. There was no letter, no request. You don't give somebody, it's government money. For me to disburse, there has to be a request, right?
Yes.
There has to be a plan. You say, I want to build a museum. This is the design. This is how much it will cost us. Huh? This is the contribution we are looking for. There's nothing of the sort. There has been no requests, no design I saw. I won't ask Barrister Ugie, my SSG. I said, call the palace. Where is their request? Okay, even if they don't have, let them send us an account number. Let's send some money to them so that they can have some money to prepare these documents. I made that offer in 2023.
Is the monarch aware of this push? Is the monarch aware of your push?
Just don't take my words from it. Call Barrister Ugie and ask him. It was the SSG. Ask him. And if the Accountant General is bold enough, he will confess that it was in my office. I said, what is going on with this? Because you know me, I check on everything, on every project. So at no point, we've never seen a design. If there's a design, they should show. That's what I'm saying. But I can go into the files and show you the designs, I'll show you the requests, and the update reports that MOA used to send to government every quarter.
Oh.
Because when I was in government, I knew that when I leave government, because of the way we run government, that questions will be asked about everything we did. That's why we prepared that 800-page report. 800-page transition report. And I said to the incoming administration, come, let us walk you through this report. And the first meeting, they were asking for sitting allowance.
Yes, my team were there. They refused us to stream the.
So they refused to. They refused for us to hand over and to show them what we have done. They were just looking for money and asking for money even before they came into office.
So guys, let's have a pure, unbiased, holistic review about this. Obaseki in 2023 appropriation bill budgeted 2 billion naira for the construction of Benin Royal Museum. And thank God it was asked by Albert, His Excellency, you promise to contribute to the construction of Benin Royal Museum. And for the second video, the words that Obaseki started with were very strong words. He said that money was still outstanding till I left. Take it in. That money was still outstanding till I left. And he went further to explain, for the fact that he read a bill and budgeted 2 billion naira for the Benin Royal Museum, it is an open fact that you don't just disburse money because it's already on the budget. There must be a plan, and there are processes to disburse money. And also, Obaseki said there was no plan. There was no plan of the Benin Royal Museum. There was no photograph. There was no plan. There was no money to say this is what it will cost. Though it has been written on the budget, 2 billion naira, but there was no plan that can enforce that money out, because there are processes, there are expenditure. But he made a very strong statement that I want us to look into, which is the money was still outstanding till I left. Which means the money was still there since 2023, but because he left office in 2024. So the money was still there since the day he pronounced 2 billion naira on the appropriation bill. The money was still there till 2024 when he left office. At least that is what the sentence made us to understand. The money was still there. The money was only waiting for a plan. This is what the Benin Royal Museum will cost. This is the plan, the image, how we want the Benin Royal Museum to look like. The money was there waiting for all of this plan. And the plan never came. And he himself was the one pushing, asking Barrister Osaudio Ogie, who in the past election was the running mate of Dr. Aswerime Igodau. And he said, you can call and ask Barrister Osaudio Ogie. He was the one pushing. And to some extent, he was like, call these people. Is it that they don't have the money to start the process? Call them, let us know. But he made that statement off. The money was still outstanding till I left. Which, in my own calculation, has rubbed on this current administration, which will now make as a kind of allege on Monday Okpebolo and his APC administration. Where is the 2 billion naira that was appropriated for the construction of Benin Royal Museum? Which means, and he says something again, that the transition document that they hand over to Okpebolo, which contain 800 pages, that they hand over to Okpebolo's administration to know where this we are coming from, what they have done, and where they are going to. We all know that, hey, it almost cost something else. We saw it on TV that the APC, they were not even ready to take that document. So I believe maybe they later took it, but never bothered to read it. So now, Obaseki is saying the money was still outstanding till we left. So which means those people who are saying that Obaseki left so amount in the coffers of government, which means, to my own calculation, this is my own calculation, allegedly, the 2 billion naira that was projected for the construction of Benin Royal Museum might just be there. Who know whether they don't use Benin Royal Museum money, they go buy Edo bus, they go buy e-losses for security, or they go buy some other things where they buy, buses or jeep for commissioners. Which means the Edo state government also, as this thing is going way deeper. That is what I've always been saying, that there is need for the one who is leading us to tell us his plan. The one who is leading us to sit us down and say, this is where we are going. There is need for the one who is leading us to read. Because I was so embarrassed when he said that he had no document concerning MOA when the ambassadors visited government house, that he had no document he knows nothing about MOA. I was so embarrassed. You know nothing about MOA? A project that was facilitated from government house? You said you know nothing about it? There is more that APC government are not telling. Because Obaseki just confirmed, till I left, that money is still outstanding. The money was only waiting for plan. And also, I can tell you, I have never seen anywhere in any platform where I mistakenly jam that this is the structure, this is the image of how Benin Royal Museum will look like. I have never seen. The committees that have been set, I have never seen them spoke about it, how they are raising funds about it. Because even if they want to construct that Benin Royal Museum, I will expect all Edolites, home and in diaspora, to contribute into it. There should be an NGO account where every well-meaning Edolites that are in diaspora will also contribute money into, as in 10 euro, 20 euro, 50 euro, 1,000 euro on that NGO account to see that Benin Royal Museum is built, because this is what showcasing and also preserving our image, our culture, our heritage. I have never seen it. I wholly heard that it will be constructed near the Oba's palace. Now, I think Obaseki is giving us a headway where we can look for the 2 billion naira that was projected for the construction of Benin Royal Museum, which means the Edo State government also, they need to check into their account, because Obaseki and the people, the commissioners, and some of the commissioners who worked with him, they have told us countless number of times, most especially Ifaluyi Isibo. I respect him so much. He have constantly said that they left so amount of billions in the coffers of government. Is Edo State or Benin Royal Museum money resting in that coffers? Has it be used? Has it be used? So you can see that there are more to this. Because Obaseki said it's not possible. Yes, I made that promise. But it's not possible for me to just release it without a plan. It must have to also go through process that they can give accounts to. You don't just say, okay, because I have read it, 2 billion naira projected for this, I'll just give it out. There have to be procedures. There have to be plans. This is where it's going. This is where it's going. But they were waiting for it and they never saw. Until all of the controversies, I believe all of the controversies that later surrounded the whole thing made the whole communication and the whole discussion about the whole stuff to part ways. I believe so. So if Obaseki is alleging that the money was still there till he left office, it means this current administration will have to give audit of their coffers. Then we have to give audit to their coffers. This is why I'm saying that Obaseki, I'm not against the probing of Obaseki. I'm still waiting patiently that the Edo State House of Assembly will bring out their findings. The committee of friends Mebolo have set up will bring out their findings. And not just that, they will invite Obaseki. Because I believe when Obaseki is also coming, he's coming with document as well. Obaseki is educated enough to be able to defend himself. That is why I'm not afraid of the probing of Obaseki. He can defend himself. So please, probe Obaseki. Probe Obaseki. Let discussions be made so that we can trace where the 2 billion naira that was appropriated for the construction of Benin Royal Museum, but we know where it pass. Please. And Edo State House of Assembly, this is taking way too long. It's taking way too long. You're only asked to probe Radissi Blau Hotel and to probe MOA. And the people, strong international donor that contributed to the building and the construction of MOA, they were present in Edo State. What happened? You can sit them down, you people have a robust discussion, then you are able to find out whatever the differences are. Then you come out and give us. I don't know why they take time. Yeah, I don't know why they really take time. Then when you talk about the Radissi Blau Hotel, I believe say the people when the constructor or the people will get the project, I believe say they not be heaven the day. They are on this earth. And I believe all the documents surrounding Radissi Blau Hotel is also a government house. There should be telephone numbers to call these people, sit and interact with them. You're not supposed to take time the way they take time. So that's the truth. It ought not to be, as in, you're not supposed to take this long. Please, probe Obaseki, we want to see a fair hearing. That is why I'm saying give it to EFCC. Why is it taking time? That money was still outstanding till I left office. Still outstanding till I left office. I better don't use a Benin Royal Museum money. Take back losses. Take back, because since the inception of this administration, now car where they back give commission and now they see buses, losses, Okada, where did they see those money? For someone, yeah, I said it, because for someone who just came into office not too long, yeah, buses everywhere, cars everywhere, bulldozers everywhere. Well, if Benin Royal Museum money that was budgeted for the construction of Benin Royal Museum was used to do all of those things, I don't get I want to talk, but I think this is also an alleged to the government of Edo State, which within the shortest possible time, we need the Edo State government to speak concerning this. Let's be asking serious questions. It's not about protesting. The accused have just said that 2 billion naira was still outstanding till I left office, when many Edo people will take their protest to Bebolo and said this is what the accused said. Then we'll begin to discuss this issue. Then we'll see where the money, will go down. Yeah, because you not get enough people for Nigeria. Whether snake or monkey, they could chop that money. Thank you. I just make a drop out for everybody to deliberate on her.